What's up? It's your boy Boss Show Me with BossCowboySports. Bringing you, obviously, another one. Yeah, man. So this one is concerning to a lot of people for a lot of reasons, right? We are at the reality of the season now. See, we can't dodge now. We can't hope out of this, you know? And listen, I don't think it is bad as what we think. And when it's coming from me, you can trust it, bro. Because obviously I'm so concerned about the one take. So when you hear news of Mazi lost weight again, I can see where a lot of people will start having some funny feelings. So I'm explaining why first, in my opinion, it's not as bad as what we think. In football, I've been, talking about this for some time. I've been talking about the fact that it takes about 3 years for your one text to develop, and obviously we are in year 3, right? So a lot of people will have post-traumatic stress disorder because the boogeyman of what caused him not to be as good as what people thought he should have been as a rookie was the fact that they said that Dan Quinn made him lose weight and tried to make him a 3-tech. And so now a lot of people blame Dan Quinn for that, right? And said Dan Quinn messed them up. So then you listen to Brian, and then Brian says,
Cowboys Radio 105.3 The Fan. Mazi is reportedly considerably lighter. Is he still a 1, or is he a 3, or does it matter?
When you look at our front, we obviously want the flexibility to do that. I would say he's starting probably as a 1, but we want to be interchangeable. And yes, he is lighter. He looks great. The best thing that's happened to Mazi, he'll tell you, is bringing a guy in like Solomon Thomas and Peyton Turner that really just know how to practice one way. And sometimes when that stuff's modeled, you watch the way Mazi Smith practiced in the spring when he was here, it was night and day from what he was. So I think he knows in this type of defense that we're going to play with Flus and Aaron Whitecotton, he knows that the ability to get vertical and chase out of the stack and things like that will be really, really important.
Evaluate him as the season goes on at the end of the year. Will statistics play a role in his evaluation, or will there be things, whatever position he's playing, that he will do that don't necessarily have statistics and make you say, oh, we want to bring him back?
Yeah, great question. Again, stats are part of the story. But if you're pushing the pocket and you're a one technique, or you're playing the zero nose, we move our fronts and we're multiple, as you guys know we're going to be. If he's knocking the quarterback back and we're getting pressure and sacks off the edge, to me that's a stat that we recognize as a staff. It's maybe not out there for the world to see, but stats are part of the process. But when you get to the interior defensive and offensive line, sometimes stats can be misleading.
Yep. So if we being fair, we have to ask the question, what's the difference between that and Dan Quinn? Because we said Dan Quinn messed him up by trying to make him a 3-tech. They're trying to make him a 3-tech. So if I'm listening and I'm just taking it for face value, I would be concerned. Especially because also Greg Ellis warned about this. And Greg Ellis said it was basically a mistake to go back to a style of defense and vertical that doesn't fit his game. So we can't blame Dan Quinn no more, because this decision is coming from the inside. Mazi is complying because he came to camp in the condition and the weight in which they wanted. So we can't blame schemes and Quinn. It's over. It's good news though. The good news is this, that Mazi is in year 3. And I can tell you from doing work myself, detailed work. Henny and I looked at over 24 games of Mazi. So you can't talk to me about Mazi now. You can't tell me your opinion. And because at this point I've watched so many games, I'm gonna know if you lying or not, right? So I can tell you for sure that Mazi greatly improved between year 1 and year 2. He greatly improved. One of the things that was just better was his strength. You could clearly see it, especially when you looked at him at opponents that got the best of him in year 1 and see how he measured against them in year 2. So in year 2, if you watch the Philly game, you'll see that he played way better year 2 than he played against Philly, because Philly showed a strength that was weird. So we got the film sessions. You can go check them out. We still got them in the public. We did raw film sessions. So I can tell you, Mazi finished strong, and going into year 3 with no surgeries is likely starting to go into his grown man body. So he's not what he was when he was a rookie under Dan Quinn. So even with the news of, and I'm just being honest with you, if it's coming from me, you can trust it, because y'all know I've been hammering for the need for one text to support Mazi. But it's some good news from this. This is the best news. The best news is that now we have everybody's attention. Because see, some of this was a competition of ideas sometimes. So sometimes it can get cliquish, where because you are heavy into something, I'm anti the idea. I've seen a lot of content creators do that, right? I've seen writers do that, right? Where when it's when you like Booker, I don't like the idea of guard. When you like a certain receiver, I don't like the receiver, regardless of the evidence. But see, now real Cowboy fans, oh, this got their attention. Because you can't deny that now Brian Schottenheimer is saying exactly what Dan Quinn did, what we called a mistake. So now you can't deny this. It has a lot of people concerned. So guess what? The good news is now Cowboy Nation has their eyes fixed on one tech. See, the Pickens Kool-Aid, it kind of clouded our vision a little bit. We lost track of other needs. We lost track, a lot of us. But the fact that we lost so many big games and playoff games on not being able to stop the run, now people not gonna get cute and start focusing on attacking the edges. No, yeah, him coming back about 30 pounds lighter, oh, that got your attention now. Now, what we gonna do with it? That's the key. The key is, obviously, with them lights on, pay attention. This is what you do now. Just grade it. That's how we go do. We go grade it. We go watch it. Preseason, practice, Rams. We go talk to and look for the trusted people that's in the building. Cause see, we got some, I'm not saying I don't trust a lot of the media, but I'm gonna be honest, I trust YouTubers more. I just do. And it's for good reason. And I've always said this, man, it's not a cocky thing. We do what we do because of love and passion, man. We love this. Like, love this, right? I always said that YouTubers are like the Americans when we was going against the British. The British had the money. Old media got the money. The British had the numbers. Old media got the numbers. But the Americans wanted their freedom. So they will fight you in a tree. They would do whatever it took. They didn't care about fancy formations. They just wanted their country and independence. It was passion of why a new country, America, defeated an established empire. Well, country. They wasn't quite an empire. Kind of went too far with that. Yeah, but still, they had the numbers and the money. So we got people like Vach, Law, Aish. It make a big difference. So pay attention. And you know, a lot of old media people, they have good notes. I just prefer it from YouTubers because of the passion. And I just know a lot of them out there, when you had to get it out the mud, when you had to build to this level of exposure, Aisha, Vach, Law, right? All the landlord, all the people that's out there. When you put in all that work, you take it serious. Real serious. So let me highlight something that's important. We got to keep eye on this stuff. So Vach said this, shining a very big light. He said, y'all ain't gonna like it. Because he already know. He already know the streets. He know the YouTube streets. He know what? He know the posts. Yeah, he knows the posts. Huh. So he spoke right to the real posts. Because one tech is a concern with a lot of people that know football. Henny, Jay Tuck, Coach Marv, myself. It's a whole lot of people on one accord on Vach. Yeah, it's a whole lot of people that's like, wait, we want to help Jay. We believe in Jay, but we want to help Jay too, bro. We don't want to throw everything at Jay. We don't want to throw everything at Jay, man. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But let me go back to this. He said, y'all ain't going to like it, but it looks like an answer for the one tech position is just to throw Solomon Thomas and Perion Winfrey in there. Mazi doing 1 and 3 stuff. Tua is large. Yep. So Henny, the one that started the campaign, respect one tech. It's still the same. Respect. Show some respect. Show some. Because see, you can't sell me on Eberflus being the cause of this. Because see, we YouTubers, we go double check, bro. We do. We already checked, man. We already know Eberflus always had a quality one tech with the Bears as with the Colts. Always. And obviously a 3 tech, because that's, you know, he attacked from the B gap. We get it. So you can't sell us on we good at 1. You can't. We not good. So, but we go support it and we go watch it. And that's what it come down to, man. You got to watch it. We got to keep our eyes on it because the trade deadline is the real deadline. We go give them a chance to allow their vision to come to pass. But listen, if you suspect and you don't trust a rookie 7th rounder as the answer at your one tech, if you are nervous because they are going back to the very thing that they said failed Mazi, because see, they was the ones coming out saying over and over last year, the problem is they was using Mazi wrong. We're going to use Mazi like we use Mazi at Michigan. Wasn't they saying that over and over? They was taking Dan Quinn's scheme and throwing him under the bus, and now they're doing it again. So if you're concerned about that, that doesn't mean that it's impossible for us to win a championship. But what it means is be concerned and be ready to use your voice. So if you see Mazi struggling, which I don't think you go see. Say so. If you see Tua, if you see Jay struggling, getting blown off the ball, which usually happen to rookies, say something. Because we got up to the trade deadline, y'all. And see, notice one more thing about Brian Schottenheimer. One of the most important things to notice about when they asked him about Mazi, notice that he talked about the way that he hustled was night and day different. Why is that important? Because that's giving you an indication of what they think is the solution to one tech. Effort. They're saying if you play faster, you play harder. That's what they're saying. So they betting on effort over physics. Cool. I'm going to sit back. At this point, training camp done started. So we're in a place to where we can look at it. And that's what we go do. We go look at it. So listen, man. It's your boy, Boss Show Me. Obviously, man, bringing you another one. And we gonna keep giving y'all these. Let me hit my button. Another one. We gonna keep giving y'all these, man. You know, y'all like these videos. They doing good. I want to get y'all thoughts. I do. But anyway, listen, man. Make sure y'all also like and subscribe to the channel, because we starting to give you a lot more content already. You know, we dropped DC Universe twice. It's supposed to be once. And we've been giving you all these different videos. I'm gonna keep giving it to you though. Y'all gonna know what's up with me. I'm gonna give y'all takes and solid takes and well thought out takes on all of this. But pay attention, man. We got people in the streets, in training camp, man. It's your boy, Boss Show Me. I'm out.